This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Parrott, and you are listening to Capes and the Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of Before the Bat.
No.
Oh, no. Flashbacks. No. We are the Knights.
The Batman podcast. Phil had a brain fart.
We are not in Before the Bat.
Are we time traveling?
We're right in the Bat, yeah. I was going to say.
Did it time travel 0?
Now your source for the source for Batman every Monday.
Woohoo! We're selling out like DC, baby. Batman everything. You get a Batman, and you get a Batman, and you get a Robin. That's for Kristen. Definitely gonna have to do a Nightwing News crossover one of these days, buddy.
Definitely. I was thinking about that, yes. All right. So, hey, you're lucky. I almost made you do an Armageddon 2001 crossover.
I don't mind.
Even Armageddon 2001?
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not. It's chaotic, frenzied fun. Frenzied fun.
I was going to check.
Anything's better than DC in 2020.
I was going to say Armageddon 2001, Eclipso. Some. I was thinking some of those, maybe those annuals.
Yeah.
But
I mean, honestly, it's better than most of the stuff that they're writing right
now.
Yeah.
So. All right. So yes, if you listen to the last episode of Legends of the Arrowverse, where we covered the Superman 0-hour issues, yes, you heard that going forward, at least for the immediate future, we're going to be doing We Are the Night every Monday.
Dang straight. We did it for the merch.
just like DC, we know it sells.
Yeah.
Known worldwide.
Batman.
Little Australian.
Poor Ray.
All right.
This is the thanks he gets for being your friend.
Hey, he could do drops. I don't care, but he doesn't. He chooses not to. All right. So, yeah. So, of course, since we did the Superman 0-hour tie-in issues, the tie-in to the 100th episode of Comic Capers.
Naturally, we had to do Batman 0-hour.
Well, we got a Batman show. Why not?
Exactly. Let's see the other side of that conversation.
And if you're listening to this on the podcast, yes, Comic Capers 100 will be on Thursday in a few days.
Woohoo!
But yes, so we're covering the Batman 0-hour tie-ins, which were Batman 511, Batman Shadow of the Bat 31, and Detective Comics 678. All right, so should we jump into these?
Let's do it.
All right, so the first one, of course, and again, I mean, these seemed, I remember reading these new, they seem kind of abrupt because this literally comes right after Nightfall, well, Night's End. So, yeah. Gene Paul's out, boom, next issue, 0-hour.
Like, yep, we're going to get rid of that.
They really wanted him back in that suit for 0-hour. Because literally, he comes back for like 0-hour in the 0 issues, and then he's out again, and Dick takes over.
As you do.
But they wanted their cash cow for the crossover. All right, so yes, Batman 511.
I wouldn't have bought it if it was, otherwise, just to be honest.
Yeah, true. Oh, you wouldn't have bought a Gene Paul Valley 0-hour?
No, sir. No, sir. I was hoping he was get Jason Todd it all along anyway. So.
Oh, look! Speaking of popular, look. I mean, they put Nightwing on the cover, but he's not in this issue.
Bait and switch. Bait and switch.
Seriously, but yes, the Batman 511, the night before 0, from September 1994.
I'm just gonna preface this conversation with, these weren't as strong at issues as Superman for me personally. This just felt like, Batman's got to be there.
All right, so the synopsis. In Gotham City, while running away from Batman, the Joker is surprised to be apprehended by Batgirl.
In your face, sucker!
And again, just leaving credence to so what? So he knows they're all
He's
their
always known he doesn't care. He's
because
the Joker.
because he shot Barbara. I mean, Batgirl disappeared, but why is he surprised? By Batgirl, who he had crippled and left in a wheelchair several years earlier. When Batman and Robin catch up to them, the Joker escapes while they are distracted by seeing Batgirl. Apparently,
Look at that booty.
What?
I said, look at that booty. Because she's standing up. Your booty.
I know, yeah. Covering.
Your booty.
Apparently, in an alternate timeline, Batgirl explains that to them that instead of crippling her, the Joker had killed her father, Commissioner Gordon. In this timeline, the police, rather than working friendly with the Batman family, view them as dangerous vigilantes and are ordered to shoot on sight. The new police commissioner is...
This sounds familiar, actually, though.
Oh, yeah.
Future State much?
And the new police commissioner is Harvey Dent.
No good's gonna come from that.
Bruce Wayne and Barbara Gordon are apparently also involved in a romantic relationship.
Boo! Get that out of here! Boo!
Oh my God, is that where the Killing Joke movie took this from?
Actually, Bruce Tim, the Timverse, actually, he wanted that to happen. That's why he was in that movie.
And Man Pain, for that movie. Oh yeah, I mean the age difference is one thing, but it's like it's like your best friend's daughter.
Who are you, Richard from freaking Friends? Hey,
what?
Richard from Friends.
That looks like Tom Selleck.
Could you imagine? That's actually brilliant casting for.
Oh my!
Stash.
He's gonna play Charlie Esser in the movie.
The Stash from Jersey, see?
Confused about reality, Batman retreats to the Batcave to search for answers. He consults
Bat Computer. Tell me now.
No, he consults Oracle, who exists simultaneously as Batgirl, paradoxically.
Ugh, don't make my head hurt.
He decides to visit Harvey Dent to try to talk some sense into him. At Gotham City Police Headquarters, the Joker knocks out the entire police department and kidnaps Dent, bringing the corpse of Jim Gordon with him.
Anything for shock value. Anything for shock value.
Just coincidentally, when Batman bursts in to stop the Joker after incapacitating him, he finds that Harvey Dent has reverted to becoming Two-Face again, and the corpse of Commissioner Gordon is now just a regular and very confused Commissioner Gordon. Batman leaves and briefly visits Oracle to talk about the crisis and her other self, who continues...
Don't say that word. Why did you say that word?
Because this is crossing over another crisis. He continues to act as Batgirl even in their timeline, which we'll get more into in 0 Hour for Comic Capers. Batman determines he needs to find help, and he goes to meet with Superman on the outskirts of Metropolis.
Remember, guys? See, you had to read the whole thing.
Man of Steel 37, yes. Remember we covered last week? Yes. So this is where Batman was coming from.
This is getting out of hand. Now there's 3 of them.
Can you imagine if Gordon came back to life and he's like stuck in a coffin?
I mean, that's an excellent Ryan Reynolds movie, though. The one where he's stuck in the coffin.
What, Kraven's Last Hunt?
No, Buried Alive.
I know. All right, so was this just like a fun thing to do, or were they considering bringing Batgirl back?
They were. You can clearly tell they were.
Yeah.
But then they didn't want to, since they had already made it you know what I mean? They were testing the waters to see how people would feel.
It's like the Jason Todd Hush thing. It's like, they were toying with it.
I mean, they really did regret those choices, I feel like. But they feel like things need a consequence, I guess, in the Bat family.
Oh, yeah. They should have, but they brought all those Robins back. Looking at the notes here. Yes, the Joker refers to Batman having an imposter running around, which was Azrael, of course.
I agree.
And this issue makes several references to Bell's theorem, a theory which basically posits that the predictions of quantum mechanics are counterintuitive and has ramifications toward the possibility of alternate timelines. Yeah, because remember,
we live in a multiverse. Suck it.
Well, it's after Crisis. Remember, there was only supposed to be one timeline. Remember,
they never fixed it, and that's that. We've been chasing that thread for what 40 years now, or whatever it is.
Hyper time wasn't good enough for them kids.
It was stupid. Hyper time was stupid.
Well, they wanted their cake and eat it too. So,
and look what mess they've made. That one decision has literally rippled through time to make you suck. Congratulations.
Whoa. Multiversal suck.
Suck.
Just saying. That one decision is just rippled because they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. They continue to want to do that. And look where we are.
Well, yeah.
Suck it. Suck it.
With Crisis.
We only have Batman as the strong brand.
With Crisis, yeah, they were like, oh, it's too confusing. We just need one timeline. But then they wanted.
Now everything counts and nothing matters. It's madness, Jerry. Madness.
Am I the only one who sees that this is going to blow up in their face? Oh, we could do, everything counts. It's the
Wild 3 Jokers show that it blows up in your face.
Hey-oh.
Literally, in that case.
Not in the face.
But yeah, 0 Hour is the best reboot, and I stand by that.
Yes. All right, ready to get to the next one?
Yeah, let's do it. This one's a little more interesting, at least.
I don't know. I thought this one, it was all right, but all right. So Batman Shadow of the Bat number 31, The Battling Butler.
Battling Butler.
Oh, and of course from
Your booty.
Of course, all these are from September 1994. All right.
Back in the 90s when comic books actually had quality.
That's right.
All right, I'll take it.
In the middle of 0 Hour, Batman and Robin arrest a man who doesn't understand why he's robbing himself. When they return to the Batcave, they meet Alfred Beagle, an alternate version of Alfred the Butler. The new Alfred begins acting as their new butler. Meanwhile, Batman and Robin track down a group of hypnotists who are hypnotizing criminals into giving them their loot. Although the dynamic duo defeat all of the hypnotized thugs, they are injected with the hypnotic serum themselves.
Somebody get Poison Ivy on the phone?
Oh. Although the criminals intend to force Batman and Robin to jump off the top of the building, they are interrupted by Alfred, who has followed them and inadvertently distracts them with his clumsiness long enough for Batman to shake off the effects of the serum. Batman,
oh no, he's a bungling butler. Oh no.
Oh yeah. Batman defeats the criminals and shakes Robin out of the effects of the serum. Or at least it's not a slap across the face.
Gave him one of those.
Yeah, at least it's not the old meme smack. As Alfred begins to disappear back to his own timeline, he bids the heroes farewell and they swing off into the night. Into the night?
Into the night.
There you go, Ray. Into the night.
That was just a really nice package.
All right, Lil. So what did you think of this one?
And like I said, it was like kind of comedic, and we needed that because
well, yeah,
we just touched on that last issue where it's like, if you know as a fan all the things that they were implying, I'm just like, I need a break from that.
Yeah.
So this was definitely like the comedic relief of all the stories.
Oh yeah,
we needed that.
It was like the original version of Alfred.
Yeah, that we all hated, and we're glad we don't talk about him.
Oh yeah. In the 40s, you hated him, Lil. Yeah.
I have some of those stories. It's not like I was there, but I had some of those stories. It's a reason why characters evolve the way that they do. Back in the day when DC actually cared about market research.
Yeah, well, not only was he bumbling, but yeah, this version wanted to be a detective also. And work along with Batman and Robin. Master Batman and Robin. But yeah, I mean, it was a nice little, issue.
Like I said, it's the comic relief. And then the next issue, we it's not a good bridge, but it's a good, palate cleanser, shall we say?
Exactly. But between the 0 Hour issues and we just came out of Nightfall, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a little crazy, but I feel like when they did what they did with Superman and Batman, they kind of realized people don't really like it. That's where that kind of came from. I feel like they looked at the sales and they perused the letters or however people were making their opinions known on comic books back in the day.
Or
I'm sure Wizard had a lot to say.
Or it's like, yeah, this stuff's interesting, but maybe not drag it out a year.
Yeah. Too bad Clone Saga couldn't have learned from that.
Oh!
Maybe, you know what? The one thing I will say is maybe when they do the Miles Morales Clone Saga, they'll keep it brief and concise. They won't drag it out. Maybe that's the one thing they can learn.
Yeah, come on. 6 issues.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll be good with 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I don't need 6.
Well, again, if they're trying to do a trade, they might go 6. 5 or 6. Oh, Lord. Somebody was stealing names. Biff Bannon.
Not
Tannen.
Because we're,
Howard Stein.
A little too on the nose. A little too on the nose.
Seriously. But yeah, I mean, Shadow of the Bat had some good stuff. And again, nice little palette.
I missed that book, to be honest. Very hard to find in my area. So,
yeah,
somebody likes it.
I have most of them. But, they're pretty good. Again, I
didn't appreciate it until it was too late, honestly.
Again, the Alan Grant ones, I mean, I'd say at least he wrote at least the first half of the series, I think. Don't worry, we're going to get more Shadow of the Bat later in the year, kids.
Yes.
Because we had lots more Batman space to fill, kids.
Honestly, Batman's not the most interesting, but I feel like they get the best talent for the most part for Batman.
Yes.
And they're fans of the character, or at least his world. And so they really do build and flesh out the things that they find interesting. And that's the thing that I can always say about Batman. They always find somebody that's a fan, and that fan picks something that's interesting to them and really fleshes it out.
And it can speak to like the real world kind of, because
he's so street level, yeah.
Yeah.
When he's not in the Justice League.
I was gonna say not this time, but yeah, usually a lot of times most of the time he's street level, yes.
And that's why I was kind of okay with everybody kind of staying in their pocket, and as much as I miss like the Golden Age, Infinite Crisis really, Crisis on Infinite Earths really just ruined that for me. So I was happy for everybody to stay in their own pocket.
And as we'll get to in this next issue, I mean, usually, it seems like the big change that these crises make the Batman is like the same thing every time. It's either
every single effing time. It's like, maybe stop doing that then if you don't like it. You know the definition of insanity.
Exactly. They just keep flip-flopping back and forth on it. All right, should we get to the last one?
Let's do it, because it's a doozy.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. Detective Comics 678. Yesterday's Dawn.
Boy, tell me about it.
Oh Lord, there's no synopsis here. What?
Phil got gypped.
All right, well, this one, should we go through this one?
Yeah, let's go through it.
All right, so let me pull it up here on the DC University.
Oh, it's on there?
I think so, yeah, because, I think, if nothing else, it's a 0-hour tie-in, so I think.
Oh, okay.
It seems like Marvel and DC, like, if it ties into, like, a bigger event, they usually have it on, even if they don't have issues from other series from the series on there, they'll do, like, the tie-in stuff.
Now, that would actually be the 0-hour, like, omnibus, if you will. That would be huge.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at the one of the last synopsis that had all the crossovers. I mean, everybody in DC at the time had a crossover.
Yeah,
with it.
had to. had to clean up some loose ends.
Mandated. Let's scroll through all these Detective Comics. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that I like this one the most. You didn't like this one?
It was a lot. That's all that I can say. Like, it was a lot.
Well, I mean, again, we do this theme a lot.
And I just feel like Superman's was so much better, had so much more emotional impact, I guess.
do you think too? It's like this is like a 0 hours, like a sci-fi story, so it works better for
Yeah,
Superman. But like
exactly.
Batman, the street level Batman, it's it's not as.
Yeah, but honestly, he worked a lot. It's weird because I love Flashpoint
Mm-hmm.
with the Batman in it, but like I just don't think Batman like leading the story in a sci-fi kind of driven thing works.
Yeah. All right, so yes, Detective 678. Yesterday's Gone. Chuck Dixon and that awesome Graham Nolan art.
Yeah, look at that Batmobile, baby.
Oh yeah, because
Isn't that like a Batman Beyond symbol if you ever saw one? Just saying.
well, that's the '40s Batmobile because like the regular one got blown up in Nightfall. So yeah,
as you do.
And Alfred's not around to fix it. So yeah, he's
Hey,
told.
have you seen the new Batmobile for Batwoman, right? And it's a Corvette. Like, no offense to Corvettes, but
yeah, like I love the 1980. I love the Batmobile from the '89 Batman.
Of course, that's iconic. It's right up there.
But yeah, this '40s Batmobile is one of my favorites. Yeah, it's got the big bat's head on the front of it and the big dome.
The little shark fin.
Yeah, cat fin on the back. Yeah. Yeah, so
he went hard back in the day on those bat symbols, baby.
Giving it the hard fin.
The hard was implied.
So yes, it's Batman returning to the Batcave.
Oh no!
I guess it's a slow night. Yeah, sleep's impossible. Too wide from inactivity. Alfred would usually be here with a withering remark. I missed the sparring. Okay, here the most truest thing he's ever thought. Left alone with Bruce Wayne. Dreadful company. We have nothing in common.
Whoop! There it is. And now we know why he always has orphan sidekicks. He hates being alone with himself. Maybe go to an actual therapist that you're not banging. Might be able to work those things out. Just a thought.
But then he sees, the seismic alarm's going off. Somebody's in the driveway.
Something's afoot.
You said that because that last panel has his foot. Come on.
That's why it's imperative to read along, children.
Okay.
You'll miss the puns.
Okay, so I mean, I know a convenient plot point for the story, but it's like, okay, there's somebody upstairs. Alfred's not here. He's alone. He's running up the stairs in his suit. What's he going to do?
Bruce mode activated. Once that hood comes off, Bruce isn't the brightest.
I guess, yeah, the mask that's even worse. The mask is down.
Exactly. Bruce, he took it off, and Bruce activates, and Bruce is not the brightest.
So if somebody's up there, it's like, oh, hey, look, there's Bruce Wayne in a Batman suit.
But he could just be a rich, eccentric guy that has a Batman suit, to be fair. No kink shame.
Oh, kinky, yeah. I know. What's even worse, there's no woman there. Bruce Wayne's
he's been accused of being a homosexual for how long?
Well, there's nobody there. He's playing with his
that
Batman.
They know of.
He's playing.
Rich men in their dungeons.
Yeah,
50 Shades of Grey.
If they see him coming out of that from behind that grandfather clock, oh, the rich man in the sex dungeon. Oh my God, can you imagine that story? If like the cops are like, oh, you're Batman. Oh, what's the secret door? Oh no, that's my sex dungeon. Oh yeah, he's a rich guy. I buy it.
Exactly.
Oh my God, the cops raid the Batcave and
they're like, wait, do you know Armie Hammer? Oh, we're gonna have to take a look. Armie Hammer didn't ruin it for rich dudes in their sex dungeon.
But yeah, the whole plan. Anytime the cops are close to getting that cave, Alfred switches it around to a sex dungeon.
It's just a little lever, like Quagmire on Family Guy. It's the switch.
That original Jason Todd costume is still in the glass case. It's like, oh, you make little boys wear that?
I'm Bruce Wayne. I do what I want. I run Gotham. Duh.
I have the best sex dungeons.
Oh, this is so sad though, but not.
Oh yeah, but so
it didn't hit me like Superman hit me though.
Well, one Superman to hit you. All right, so yeah, he comes up out of the cave. Luckily, he's hiding in the shadows, but we see some cops talking to a couple.
Just a few more questions.
Would you want?
It's never good when the cops say that.
But oh yeah, do you want something to eat or drink? Our man will still be awake. No, stop fussing, dear. The men do their job. It's all right. Yeah. We just have a few more questions and we'll be out of your hair. Dr. and Mrs. Wayne.
Martha, why did you say that name?
I love Teen Titans. I love Teen Titans Go to the movies. What was your mommy's name? Martha. Me too.
Burn.
Then they start hugging. What's your daddy's name? Burn. Jonathan.
No one cares.
Mine's Thomas. I'll kill you.
No one cares.
But yes, let's go into the parlor. We'll be more comfortable. But yes, just a few more questions, Martha, about Bruce.
Look at that little face, though, that Bruce is making. It's so sad.
Well, he's in shock, you know.
Not in the face.
You say you couldn't get the detective or whoever. It's like you couldn't get a clear view of the man. No, the alley was dark. Oh, see, finally a timeline where Thomas Wayne takes responsibility. we were taking a shortcut to the car. If only I had us chauffeured.
And then suddenly Alfred shows up.
Yeah. But Thomas is describing the man. He demanded my wallet, Martha's jewelry, again, pearl necklace.
She still has it on this time, though.
That's true, because he even says Bruce stepped between us and the man's gun.
Whoa.
Yeah, because his mom's like,
First time you're reading this, you're just like, whoa, they just killed a kid, homie.
He's just, and his mom's like, I think he was protecting me. Almost like he had a flash. He kind of had a flash of what was coming, so he was like, step to the right. All damn pointless. Money, jewelry. Yeah, oh yeah. So Bruce is just sitting there crying after he shot your son.
He's like, do you think I was paying attention? My son was dying, you a-holes.
Exactly. And so now finally Bruce decides to put the mask back on. Mind reeling, a hallucination, a cruel trick by an enemy, more time anomalies. Well, what do you think? You just ran it.
Come on, you're a detective. Yeah, you got the mask back up. Let's do this. Let's get smart.
You just ran into 2 time anomalies. What do you think?
And suddenly a wild familiar voice appears.
Well, first he's like he's going to go back down to the cave, but then the entrance is gone.
As you do.
As if it never existed. Yes, a voice.
Alfred?
Might I inquire as to what you were doing here? Yeah, Alfred with a gun.
Alfred's got a gun.
He's all like,
reminds me of that terrible Batman series with Katana where
Alfred
had the gun. Nobody liked, nobody wanted, no one asked for.
Don't be in trouble.
I haven't the slightest notion how you know my name, but I suggest you don't move. I'm prepared to use this. And
it's me. It was me, Alfred.
in true CW fashion, he takes the mask off. It's me. It's Bruce. And of course, Bruce was a child. You're obviously demented, sir. Do not advance another step. So Bruce tells him a story to prove it's him about how when he was 6 years old, he climbed down the old dry well in the back of the stables, fell most of the way, and you helped me climb out. You promised never to tell my parents if I would promise never to do it again. You called me a foolish young terror.
And that's true to this day, although he's not so young.
Only you and I could know that. Unless Kid Bruce told someone. But he's like, Alfred's like, oh, dear God. And then, Martha's calling.
Mark of Zorro.
Martha calls Alfred and says, why are you standing there talking to yourself? It's like, because Bruce is gone. Please fix Dr. Wayne a drink and bring it into the parlor. There's been an incident.
Because those Wayne men have a temper.
Oh, yeah. But, Bruce is outside. He's like, how can Alfred believe me? Believe me about what? Am I a ghost?
Am I a ghost? Have I traveled to the past?
And then he steals his parents' 1935 cord.
Rude.
And of course, you know where he's going. He's going to that theater.
The alley where everything. Oh, look at that little baby freaking chalk outline. Like, this is dark. This is
I know. Just from the art. Yeah, I know. Look at that. Ace. But I just love.
But this time I know the killer's name. I'm like, didn't we? This is giving me Daredevil Yellow vibes, but that's fine.
But I just love how he's talking about the movie. Then he's like, a prelude to execution. But yeah, now this time I know the killer's name. I love that Lex splash page. This time justice is swift. Oh yeah, he's going pure Daredevil, man. He's like just like punching out everybody in this bar.
Hey, look at the cue balls. They spell out 94.
This is so fantasy fulfillment, because he's just like, I've dreamed of this night 100 times. I dreamed of wrecking.
And it has no consequences, so
I dreamed of wrecking a terrible vengeance for the death of my mother and father. Blind.
Tonight I avenged myself. And I'm like, wait a minute.
No, avenge himself. Though.
I know.
From the blind rage of a wounded child to the dark musings of a lonely man.
Joe effing Chill.
Yeah, he just picks the guy up off the ground. Joe Chill, huh? Tell me where to find him. This is one of his haunts. He came here to wallow in this cess with the rest of you. He's just backing that fist up as a threat. I seen him. I seen him around. Lately, he's hanging at Torchies down East Town. If you're lying, I'll be back. The next time, it will go harder. What is this? A little Hellfire date? Oh, then we see 2 cops respond to the.
Delta 9.
Who called this neighborhood?
Somebody that's new.
But yeah, they see him coming out. I think we see him. You only get one warning shot, creep. Batman leaps to the roof. He's long gone, kid. Because the older cop says, let's get the straight story from the Skells in here. You coming, Bullock? Get it? The rookie's Bullock. Get it?
Let's be fair, he's always been a rookie.
That's true. So
Unless it's Gotham, where Donald Logue did amazing things with that character.
True. So they see Bruce jumping over the rooftops, thinking Gotham is familiar and strange all at once. Not my city. I have no sanction from the police. My enabler has not joined the force yet. I am more alone than I've ever been. I love this next page, the 4-panel montage of him just hanging guys out of windows and
swear to me. Yeah.
Seriously, there's your 30s Batman hanging guys out of windows.
But if it was the 30s, he'd drop them, or the boost would get loose and they'd accidentally die.
Exactly. And this scene in this kitchen, like, is that something cold? I don't think that's something cold on the stove. So is he like smashing a guy's face into like hot soup or something? Whatever.
As you do.
No consequences.
Basically, he's going ham.
Smash it.
Only to find out.
Yes, because all this brutality pays off because he finds Joe Chill and his woman. He breaks into the apartment, and there's his girlfriend sitting there. He's like, "Where is he?" Joseph. Ooh, getting all fancy. Joseph Chill. But she says he's in there. He ain't been out. It looks like he's coming down off a high. Who's there? Because she says he's been there for 2 days. He's been coming down off that. Used my whole check on that junk. 2 days. He wasn't out tonight. Only on Gossamer wings, pal. Been flopping there since 2 nights ago. His gun. If he had one, he sold it for smack. And Bruce is like,
interesting.
Bruce is like, it wasn't him after all these years. And again, we get to the point. It's like every crisis, they either say it wasn't Joe Chill, or the next crisis, it'll be, oh, it was Joe Chill again.
In a syndicate of owls, I tell you.
Every crisis, they either change it. It's either Chill or it wasn't Chill. But yeah,
so
here.
Poop or get off the pot, homie. We don't care at this point. After 3 Jokers is proved, we don't care. We're done with that story.
I mean,
right?
I think I kind of like it this way, where it's like he doesn't know who did it, so it's like
seeds of doubt are sown, my friend.
And because now it's a lifelong mission. It's like, who knows? Maybe the next guy I catch could be the guy who killed them, but you never know.
Like, it was so long ago at that point, though. Unless it was actually a criminal conspiracy, nobody would know.
Exactly.
And you lived in Gotham. It was a terrible neighborhood. Things happen no matter who you are.
This is the night, the same night. This is some alternate version. Or could be or maybe.
Could be, would be, maybe.
I love these two thugs trying to pull Jason Todd on the cord.
Nice little reference, I think, for sure.
I know, and it's just him dropping into the alley and they take off. Because remember, these guys never seen Batman. They're just like, holy.
Could you imagine, like, just something like this? Like, say it's 2021, and well, I guess we kind of did that with the Phoenix Jones superhero movement. I guess just one night, a bunch of people decided to dress up as vigilantes, and we saw the reaction. And look at those wackadoos. So I guess we have seen actual reaction like that in real life, but they didn't have actual superpowers, so
yeah,
there's Batman. But you know what I mean.
No, but you see a crazy guy in an alley,
a crazy guy in a bat suit. Yeah, we're gonna.
With God knows what tactical armory on his waist. It's like, oh crap. But yeah, he's thinking the seeds of doubt.
Like a madman.
Perhaps I never avenged my parents. Oh yes. Now he's coming to the realization. It's like, oh, wait, my parents are alive. I could go see them.
Too late, buddy. Too late.
I know, because he's tearing through Gotham and the cops are after him. He's like, oh yeah, of course. Alfred reported the car stolen. How could they miss a 35 cord on the hot sheet? You know what? I don't know. I don't know the old cars, but they should have made it a 39 something.
Yeah, with suicide doors, baby.
Yeah, 1939. Come on. So yeah, he's trying to think of the Gotham of his childhood, and he taking the back way back to the house. But that gets
everything's back the way it was.
Yeah, because
but not everything.
The cops are chasing him for a while till the car breaks down, and he just has to run to the house. But by then, it's too late. Everything's back.
Yeah, you're out trying to get vengeance, and you lost valuable time with your parents.
The house is run down again. Yeah, house is run down because Azrael wasn't doing crap.
Hit a little different, but still not my favorite. Not as cohesive.
Yeah.
Not as emotional.
I mean, I think
I just don't. This is the thing. This Batman, particularly this era Batman, I didn't really like him by himself. He felt very one note and flat. He always needed somebody to bounce off of, whether it was Alfred, whether it was Dick, or even Azrael.
Yeah, because that is interesting. Because like at least in the first two, I mean, Tim Drake was with him in both stories. Yeah, this one he's completely solo.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that's on purpose though? Because it's like this one was so much more personal, and it's like,
and like you said, Bruce and Batman are two different people. He has a mental issue. We don't talk about it.
And if he had,
but it is true.
And if he had been with someone like Robin, it might have like tethered him with to reality. But
exactly.
But by himself, it's just like very
telling the same story that we tell every freaking year. It feels like at this point, it does feel like that. It's like, bro, I get it. I know the story by heart. Okay.
But I think it's just more surreal by himself, and it's like, is this a dream?
They didn't let him really wallow in it, though. Like with the actual, like, it was only basically to say maybe Joe Chill didn't do it. Ha ha.
Yeah,
Suck on it.
That was
that's it.
That was the big thing. 0 Hour brought Batman. It's like, yeah, it wasn't Joe Chill.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like he says, it doesn't matter. That's not really why I do it. It was the catalyst, but I do it because I'm a rich man with issues and I need to work them out.
Well, that's not what he tells people. He tells them it's like, I don't want anything to happen to anyone that happened to me.
But it's Gotham. You can't save everybody.
Yeah, but he's going to save who he can.
Really, the henchmen are the biggest victims in this whole scheme of supervillains that he's created. So it's like a whole thing. We'll talk about it. We'll get there. We'll talk about it. Batman's a very interesting character if you really stop to think about it. Which, like I said, 3 Jokers. And this is probably why Joker in this climate is the perfect time to do a Joker book in this climate, especially with the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix in it, hitting the way that it did, touching on things the way that it did. And I think that's the route they're probably going to go with that Joker book based on what they said and did for 3 Jokers. So I'm interested and I want to read the first issue, but I can't. I will not break the 5-year rule.
What, 3 Jokers?
I will just read a synopsis.
What, 3 Jokers?
No. The Joker solo book. That's
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you. I'll let you know.
I'll read the synopsis and the spoilers. It'll be fine. I'll be Charlie Esther on that.
I hold them in my hands.
Gimme.
Gimme.
But yeah, it's okay. It's an average story. It's not the best 0 hour story by far. It's not.
Yeah, but I mean, I think this one was the most emotional one because it's like, yeah, you get another the first one, get another Batgirl, but I mean, Barbara Gordon's still alive, and it's like the second one, you get another Alfred.
They didn't really dive into that though. I think they were afraid, like I said, because we said they weren't sure what they wanted to do with it. So
I just wonder if they're waiting to see what everyone thought because, yeah, I mean, they don't even wrap that up in a Bat book; they do it in like 0 hour.
Yeah,
which we'll get to in a few days.
Comic Capers 100! Break out the confetti, boys!
Who would have thunk we made it that far? Well, but yeah, like you were saying, I mean, very cliche. I mean, ending in the graveyard, of course.
Not the worst, but it's very average, especially from what this team has put out before.
But again,
mandate this smacks of mandated story all over the place.
Oh yeah, it was a crossover, and again, each one they can only do a one and done. So
yeah, so why not tell this tale with a twist that we've already told?
and again, it's Batman, so I mean, of course, the parents.
That's his trauma. We get it.
That's what we said.
I'm kind of tired of exploiting that same Batman trauma, though. He has so many other traumatic issues that we could dive into if we really wanted to. Like, be original, be creative.
I mean, I don't think
that I ask.
I don't think they've been bringing except for Joker War. After that, I mean, I don't think they've been bringing up the parents lately. But I mean, yeah, like pull like a Batman 66. Try to go like a year or two without mentioning his parents.
Just try it. You might like it. You might get addicted. Might give you better storytelling options and avenues. Just suggestions and thoughts.
Because that's the thing, like the Batman 66 series, I mean, I think the first episode, like in the beginning, he mentioned something about his parents being murdered. You never hear about his parents the whole rest.
It's Adam West. I don't think your parents were murdered by time, sir.
Oh. That. Hell, they never mentioned Dick Grayson's parents getting killed in that series.
Again, I think his parents were murdered by time as well.
No, they were.
That was just the cover story for the lovers. Like, let's just be honest.
No, they were murdered by his Aunt Harriet so she could move in with a rich man.
Ooh, I like that. Like that a lot. But don't you go besmirching Aunt Harriet's name, damn it.
Well, it's like if you had a living relative, Aunt Harriet, why are they living with Bruce Wayne?
Because she was a carny. She got about that carny life, baby.
Oh my God! You should. Oh, if you have it,
one of these days we really should do a episode of Batman 66.
Oh yeah,
we were working on that live read, but those scripts are so hard to find.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Remember, what's the Aunt Harriet episode double header too that we were gonna do?
Oh yeah, we have to do it. We have to.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I might have to get it transcribed or something because you can find the Batman 66. They did put it on the library. I think you can order it if I'm not mistaken, right? That was like a big deal, like a couple of years ago.
Maybe
that they finally had Batman 66 on home release.
Oh my God, it's coming back to me now. Yes, we have to do a live read of Batman 66. We'll need some help. Yes,
of course. All our definitely Maz, definitely Charlie.
Oh yeah, Charlie and Maz are our Batman and Robin. Yeah,
obviously.
Holy rusted metal, Batman.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to get that off the ground for sure. But yeah, like I said, this issue's average. It's not bad. It's just I know these traumas like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
So can't really shock or surprise me except for the Batgirl stuff. And we didn't dive into it the way we needed to with that. No. It was not enough time to breathe with each issue because everything had to be one and done. And that's the unfortunate part of it.
Yeah. Everything had to be done in this month. And it would have been more interesting if they had picked one story and did it across all three.
Kind of like Superman, yeah.
Although Superman kind of did one and dones too, but they
were kind of more connected. You could see the webbing, as it were.
Yeah, it's true.
The connective tissue. So, yeah. I mean, you definitely need it for the collection, obviously. And like I said, I would really love a 0 hour omnibus with a nice cover, some behind the scenes stuff, reasons why choices were made, some editorial interviews.
They don't have an omnibus of 0 hour?
I would have it if they did. I would think.
Probably. Yeah.
Maybe it was a limited run. They actually don't make a lot of omnibuses. I don't know if you know that. Like I find a lot of those omnibuses very hard to find, especially from the 90s.
Yeah, I think when they do the omnibuses, it's like the early issue, like.
Yeah, usually we get the early stuff. So.
Yeah, because I think
I don't know. If there's one out there, let me know. If you find one on eBay, I'll pay the $100.
Yeah. So I think Kristen gets them. They have like those big 40s Batman comics like in one big volume.
Yeah, they have those, but those are like very badly reprinted. You know what I mean? Like what was that one that we both have? I think we mentioned it. It was just like, is this from a reprint? I think it was a Superman something or other that we mentioned that. I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
It's like, I know they lost their original stuff to some of that stuff because it's so old. It's kind of like Doctor Who missing tapes at that point. But yeah, I would be interested in finding the omnibus for this because I need some editorial interviews. I want to know, who should I blame? Who should I blame? Who's getting canceled?
Can't blame Dido for one.
Damn it. I'll do it anyway. Anyway, on that note, yeah. 0 hour, like I said, is my favorite. It's my favorite reboot. And I wish they would have stuck to some of the decisions that they made. Exactly. Like, you gotta turn, like Charlie says, eventually you have to turn into the skit. And they just refuse to do it. And that's why we're in the mess that we're in.
They always backtrack on their stuff.
It's not like I want the sliding time scale of Marvel. Like, we don't need to do that in the DC universe. We just have to respect our history. Because it's, no offense, no shade, it's much more rich and fuller than Marvel history because it's obviously been around longer.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's just like, New 52 killed what made DC great was like the legacy characters, like the Robins, the Flashes, the Green Lantern.
They're making those mistakes that Marvel made in like the mid to late, 2000s and early, teens, where, it's like, and not for nothing, Marvel Girl's cool, Miss Marvel's cool. I like her, she's fine, but my Marvel Girl is Jean Grey. Hold on, let me show you.
She's gonna pull that. She's gonna pull that. She's gonna pull that sheet down, and the whole wall is gonna be Jean Grey first.
Yeah, and I got her back here.
Do you have all 5 of those Funkos, or just the Jean Grey?
I've got Beast and which other one did I have? I got Beast and Cyclops.
Okay.
I only got 3. The other 2 are hard to find.
I was gonna say, well, let me know because maybe I'll look. I know for a while my shop had all 5 of them, I think, but I don't know if he still does or not.
Yeah, so I don't know, not for nothing. I like some of the things that they did, but a lot of people have had a lot of backlash to those. Like Riri got real bad backlash for whatever reason it was. And that's only because it was thinly veiled and alluded to. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna do a legacy character, do it right. Like, I kind of liked how they did Black Canary, but that backstory was a little convoluted, so I get why they had to clean it up. It was a little convoluted and creepy. Looking at you, Oliver.
Well, I mean, Black Canary, pre-Crisis, there was there's Earth 2 stuff involved and stuff. So they
exactly
that up, yeah.
So I get that, but still a great character up until the. I'd even say up until Rebirth reboot. They had some fun ideas. They just, like I said, they don't commit to anything, and then they backtrack and cancel.
They just need to bring Green Arrow and Black Canary back and do something with them, and
they couldn't do it because of the TV show.
I know. Well, they're done. Well, the show's done. So where's?
Yes, officially, Green Arrow and the Canaries are dead. Exactly. Finally, Katie Cassidy can move on and do more movies. Maybe even get her singing career off the ground like she's been wanting to. Y'all know I'm a Katie Cassidy stan. Don't at me.
So where's my Green Arrow Black Canary book? Okay, DC, you need us to write it. We'll write it.
I think they're afraid. With Superman being married, I think they don't really want to deal with any more relationships. They don't want to take that shine away from them. I guess maybe. Although Bendis did.
Yeah, but you can't like, I don't know, like
It can only be one apparently in the DC universe.
you can't play with it where it's like they're crime fighting partners, and it's like, will they? Won't they? Will they? Won't they? You know.
Do people fall for the will they won't you will they or won't they in the 2020s? I don't know. I think we're all burnt out on that.
Young kids, I don't know.
Like they have the money. Like the kids have the money. Like their parents have money.
They're playing the video. They're playing the video game. See?
Which Injustice is amazing, by the way. I love that game. DC does better video games. Hashtag hands down. Except for Spider-Man, but that's Sony. Without input from actual Marvel, they're just making, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Sony does excellent Spider-Man stuff for the video games. I'm in love with those two games so much.
Oh yeah, if I would ever go to get a new PlayStation, that's why I would do it for the.
Get the PlayStation 4. Don't not like you'll ever find a PlayStation 5. Get the PlayStation 4. Honest to God, get the game. It's worth it. That game by itself is worth the PlayStation, and the PlayStation 4 should be on sale. You could probably find a really good deal on eBay.
Ooh.
People tend to keep their PlayStations in pretty good condition, so even if you wanted to find an original PlayStation, I bought a couple off of eBay. Just check the star rating, and yeah, PlayStations hold up really well.
Oh yeah.
So, and plus, you can if you do get a PS5, you can transfer all your PS4 games over to the PS5. So
nice.
I still recommend the PS4 just for the Spider-Man game, even though there's a lot cooler games on there. Spider-Man is so well done. So I will always give them the praise where praise is due, and I'm still thirstily waiting Spider-Man into the Spider-Man universe 2. When the hell is that coming out? I need it.
She's thirsty for it, bro.
I'm thirsty for it, bro. So you don't have to look for the button.
I just had to bring the screen up because I had to get our upcoming schedule on there.
Oh yeah, Phil's got plenty of fun.
Oh yeah. What, did you look at the schedule?
I did. Of course I did. You took the time to redo it. So I respected your time and I looked at the schedule.
Oh my. So yeah, so now, all right, everyone. So next time we're traveling back in time a little bit to the late 80s, Batman 414.
Ooh.
And then the episode after that will be the follow-up, Batman 421 and 422. And here, I'll just go through February for everybody. So yeah, that's episode 10.
Did you put any Luke in there? Because Black History Month.
Oh no, I did not. Would you like some?
Not really. I was just joking.
Okay. Oh, well, that will bring me to another topic. But yeah, no. Then the week 3, Detective Comics 618 and through 622. Maybe Tim Drake's worst day ever.
No, he's had much worse post Rebirth.
Not true.
Have you heard about the Drake?
Love the Drake.
No, nobody loved the Drake.
Oh, the Drake. Hate the Drake. But then we finished February with Detective Comics 622 through 624, a very weird Batman tale.
They're all kind of weird if you think about it hard enough.
Oh, but we'll really get in the world of comics there. But no, you brought up Luke. I was going to ask you. Well, it's not Luke; it's his brother Tim. But what do you think about the next Batman? Like, just like the idea in general, because they already said the article just went up a day or two ago. I guess he's getting an ongoing series after. I don't know if it's ongoing or it's in a miniseries, but it's going to show how he became the Batman in that future state timeline or whatever.
I just want Future State to go away. We all know that it was just reused 5G that nobody wanted, and we were supposed to be getting rid of it, but we put so much investment into it that we can't get rid of it, so we had to rebrand it.
Well, I think
that idol still lives on, so I hate it.
I think if they want nothing else to come out of Future State, they want that next Batman because DC wants their mouth.
Ooh, they want a black Batman. I know. I know.
They want their
They
mouth.
have diversity in the worst way in DC post, I'd say after 2009, they've went about it the completely wrong way. It used to be organic and natural with the exception of Steel. Everything else, when they had black characters come in, was a lot more organic. And there's pandering and then there's that. And it's just like, ooh, Michael B. Jordan might be the black Superman. I don't care.
they want their Miles Morales in the worst way, but why do you got to do the future state stuff? It's like Luke.
Don't we have Duke? Excuse me? Like, hello? Does this thing work? People like Duke on top of that. So I don't get it. We had that whole Robin gang of, urban youths. I mean, you had it right there and you blew it.
So our two black guys are Duke and Luke. Shows how much thought they put in this. But I'm like, why? You already have. Why are we doing this whole future Batman thing? I'm like, you have.
When everybody kind of just wants Damian to do it, to be honest. I know that's like the obvious choice, and he has a lot of growing up to do, and Bruce has a lot of doubts about that. But for me, that would make the most sense.
Or take Luke, take your Batwing, be like, Dick doesn't want to be the next Batman. I don't think Damian will be snapping people's necks. Hey, Luke, how about I train you?
Which is Bruce's worst nightmare, which we should explore. I mean, that's literally, if you watch Bad Blood, like that's his whole thing. And, the Under the Red Hood, he has that vision too. Yeah. And in the comic books, he has his doubts about Damian as well. So I just think that would be a more fun dynamic. Like, that's, I don't know, like, I'm happy that they're trying, but they're just going about it in the worst way. Meanwhile, they're fighting that public battle with Ray Fisher, so maybe fix freaking Cyborg. Maybe fix Cyborg!
But it's just like, build on what you have. What are they going to, eventually at some point they're going to take that future Batman and try to put him in present day DC, but again, nothing else.
And we riot. Like, no offense.
Continuity.
We riot. I don't like it when Bruce isn't Batman unless it's Dick. Like, that's just that. If you don't understand the fundamental principles of what your fans like, want, and expect, you'll be bankrupt.
And again, if you're going to do a black Batman, why not do Duke or Luke? Why do you got to?
It was right there. It was right there.
Two candidates right there.
Why? I don't think executives actually read the books. They're just like, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Why not?
It was somebody's brainchild. Yeah, it's like, yeah, man.
Somebody wants their shekel, so if they ever mention future Batman, they get their shekel.
No, you know what it is. You know what it is. They don't want a black Batman trained by Bruce Wayne. That.
Ooh.
Because in the future state, yeah, Bruce Wayne. Everyone thinks Bruce Wayne's dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that has to be it. They want one that doesn't come from Bruce Wayne.
That kind of defeats the purpose of a legacy character, if you ask me. But
I know, but they just want the name. Kind of
like the. No offense, no shade to the Brazilian Wonder Woman. Like it's fun or whatever. But where's Cassie? Where's Donna? Where's somebody else from Thea's Mascara?
Again, they wanted a Wonder Woman of color, I guess.
And technically, there's Nubia. Technically, Wonder Woman's black sister. So, but shout out to the Brazilians. Y'all got y'all one. Good for you.
Again, Wolf, like you said, they don't read the comment. The executives don't read the comment.
So, just thoughts. Maybe source your ideas from the fans. Go ahead, go on Reddit. Reddit has actually, surprisingly, Reddit has a very respectful, thriving, just all around DC, whether it's comic books, movies, TV shows, very respectful community. Way better than I found on anywhere else. And that's Reddit. And it's crazy. So maybe peruse Reddit. It's safe for executives. It's safe for work. Just try that.
And I mean, we always joke, and I'm sure every podcast in the world says this, but DC, come to us. I mean, you got two lifelong DC fans right here. I mean, Tyler Patrick.
Literally. I've been reading since I was 4.
Tyler Patrick would shed blood for Superman. It's like, come on.
Superman makes me weep. Just the state of the Superman brand, from movies to lack of merch to where the comic books are ending up right now.
I mean, I used to love the character. I don't remember being overly excited for Superman since like early 2000s.
You know what we should do? We should get Bruce Timm to write a Superman movie. Because Superman, the animated TV show, chef's kiss. Loved every freaking minute of it. Or at least get him on the TV show. That would have been the logical choice for me. It's not like he's doing anything.
I always say go to the comic creators, but why would you get the people who write these characters day in and day out?
Look what Jeff Johns did for Stargirl. That's all that I'm saying.
Exactly. These people.
That's his baby. It's very true. The spirit of that character is very true to what's in that book. They do make some TV adaptations, but they're smart TV adaptations, not just for the sake of doing something different.
I mean, if you need to bring in a TV writer or something to help them clean up the script, fine. But go to the people who write the comics. They're literally doing this day in, day out. This is
It's such an odd choice. I don't know. But I don't know. But Jeff Johns, the way he kind of tampered with Wonder Woman, I don't know. Like, I like that. Well, Stargirl's his baby, you know? Like, that's his own little mind creation, so that's fine. But, like, I don't even know who I would get to actually write a Wonder Woman movie from the comic books. Because Wonder Woman ain't been right since, like, since Rebirth. She ain't been right. They've done her dirty consistently.
Could Gail Simone do it?
She's busy. I know she likes Wonder Woman, but I don't know if Wonder Woman's her thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know she's not at DC, but what about Kelly Thompson?
She makes everything magic.
Wow. I know. I mean, you can kind of almost tolerate.
And no offense to Patty Jenkins, but can we? I think Ava DuVernay should have directed Wonder Woman instead of New Gods, which is never gonna materialize.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get more mileage out of Wonder Woman than New Gods. Come on.
It was right there, and they just didn't do it. So they've definitely sabotaged the brands of Superman and Wonder Woman. To what extent and for what point, I don't know yet. But I will probably do a Hollywood conspiracy theory about it on our Patreon.
That's right.
So look forward to that, kiddos. You'll see Will's crazy brain at work.
You will be frightened.
So on that note, yeah, definitely looking forward to doing just regular 0 hour on Comic Capers 100.
100?
You know, a long box and 2 boob windows.
No.
Made it to the old long box and 2 boobs.
Boy, she's promising a lot, kids. Better subscribe to that YouTube channel.
I think, yeah, you know, a little more uncensored where hopefully Brian won't steal our ideas.
Ooh,
and if he does, he has to pay for it, you know.
At least a mention in this column every so often. It's like, come on.
This is great. This is great zany podcast we listen to. I listen to get my ideas from.
I mean, steal our ideas, but at least say like, oh, hey, you should check out this cool comic book podcast, the Capes and Lunatics or the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks.
So that's kind of my thought behind Patreon. You know, just make Brian pay for the content if he wants it.
Nobody's help Brian.
But on that note, yeah.
There's a Patreon show. How did Brian F us this week?
Just a little segment. Let's take a look at CBR.
Did it a year ago.
Comic book roundup corner.
Operation Galactic Storm did it on Quantum Zone.
Oh, nobody cares about Quantum. I'm kidding. I love my boys, but that's what he was probably thinking. Oh, they'll never know.
Oh, we know, Brian Kremer. Hey, you don't mess with Will Allred.
I am God.
Nice. Boy, those live reads, I swear they're just a gift that keeps on giving.
They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
And that's a shame.
Slow down. We need this for drops.
So, if you didn't hear that drop, you want to hear it in HD, Crystal HD audio.
That's right. Get yourself some tweaked audio headphones, kids.
Do we have a code, a coupon, anything for the kids?
Yes, Charlie. Yes, Charlie. Yes, we do. We can use the code Southgate for a handy discount, and you can also use it. That's right. You can use the code twice, kids. You can also use it at Hunt a Killer.
Ooh, I heard Michelle Gray does need our help to hunt those killers.
That's right.
And stay in the house unless it's the Super Bowl.
Anyway, so go get tweaked audio, get yourself nice headphones, get Hunt a Killer, and for those of you who like to read, go pick up Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback.
Audio book coming soon. If Charlie Esther has anything to say about it.
And Marnell, and learn all about podcasting from the experts, and
of course, Rob Southgate.
Oh. I can't believe she said that, Rob.
You're only egging me on. It's fine.
What did you say?
Kick me in the pants?
What did you say?
So yes, go pick up Pod Life, the book, volume 1, in digital or paperback. and you can get that on Amazon. And when you do,
Pick up some merch and some omnibuses.
I was going to say, when you're picking up that book, go be like Lil, go get Funko, Jean Grey Funkos on Amazon, whatever it takes. But use the code for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that time anomaly himself, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain. So says Master Doom.
Please kick me in the pants. Why did your eye drift over to my box?
Why did your eye drift to my time continuum?
Why did your eye drift over to my box? Mark my words.
Lil Hellfire.
If you nerds want to have some fun on the interwebs with me, find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, live tweeting the CW verse despite my better judgment. And for cute puppies and smoothie pics, please do follow me for life updates on Lilith Hellfire at Lilith Hellfire 86 on Instagram, and for the memes and the hard R content at Lilith Hellfire 69 on TikTok and Instagram.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Pickle.
I don't think those are tentacles.
I hope they're tentacles.
Hello. No.
It's called hentai and it's an art form, damn it.
Oh my. Thank you for joining us, even though we're off the beaten path. So guys, come back next time in 1 week. That's right. We're Batman in 1 week. Batman 414.
Because it's Batman all the time now, baby.
Very street level Batman. You're just a run of the mill serial killer, kid. It's Gotham. He doesn't even have a fancy costume or nothing.
Amateur.
Doesn't even bury him in the backyard or nothing.
Not even a doll maker in sight.
But yeah, I was a go-to, but I might have to live tweet that Batwoman premiere just if you're on there.
I've heard, well, so the critics have released the first 2 episodes, and a lot of people, it's like, despite it being a CW show, it's okay, like, for what they had to do because of the Rose situation.
Oh, it's not bad.
They said that the actress is really good, and I'm glad to hear that. They like her.
Good, I can't wait.
And it looks better in video than it does pictures, that suit.
Maybe we can mention it next episode. It's just a few minutes, but...
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, but until then, same bad time, same bad channel. The Batman Podcast.
We are the night.